Hello YouTube. It's been a while since I've done any kind of real video, and I realized that yesterday marked 2 months post-storm, and so I figured now is probably as good a time as any to do a video. And since I'll do a video, I'll do a house vlog video, so I'll just kind of give y'all a little tour of the neighborhood here and to kind of show you all how we've been since the storm hit August 10th. Alright, so this is a scene that you've all seen many times previously in my videos. The view off to the northwest, it's dramatically different. Those trees over there, all gone. And they will probably have to be cut down sometime next spring or whenever there are crews available. Come over here. This silver maple took a good beating, but it looks like it'll survive. But tree there, dead. That tree, dead. Down that way, that tree, dead. That tree back there, probably dead. My silver maple took a pretty good beating, but I think it's probably 50-50 on whether it survives. I had to relocate the cable and the other drop going into my house because for whatever reason there was a tree back there, and when it fell in the storm it hit the pole and it shifted the pole, and those were on my garage, so I had to take them down and move them over so that they were tightened up a little bit so that they weren't hanging on my garage. Speaking of cable, I got ambitious and I rerouted my cable. It used to be going to the right, and now I just got it running up over the roof over here and around the side and then into my living room. So yeah, there's my cable input going into the house through the wall and into my. Now, one annoying thing that happened when I moved it was that I got a really bad ground loop, and so I had to take the splitter and I had to run it into the ground on my trip light here. I know that's kind of a no-no, but at least with that I got cable modem, because without that ground loop out of there, my cable modem will not maintain sync and I completely lose internet. So there's my little over-the-air antenna. It survived the storm, and since it did that, I figured I had to kind of put it back up because it got bent down. But since I was up there, I decided that I was going to redo the coax, because before it just came down the pole here, and so now I got it running up, and then one goes into the house and then the other goes under the siding, and it goes into my guest bedroom. So yeah, there's the coax. It comes up over my front door, runs over the sheds, and then it comes down and it goes back behind my entertainment center, and I've got some tacks to kind of hold it into the wall. And so while I was at it, I had some extra stuff. I kind of turned one of my bedrooms into kind of a guest bedroom. And that's where that other piece of coax comes. It runs on the wall here, and I got a converter box and a TV setup, and it actually works. It actually works really good. I'll turn it on here. The character generator on the converter box died, so you don't get any on-screen display, but you can sneak through the channels. So yeah, there's football tonight. It's Sunday, you can tell. Yeah, that's all you get on that converter box now, is just those two little things. So yeah, that's 2.5. I think this is 7.1. 7.2. 7.3. 7.4. 7.5. 7.6. 91. Wah, 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 wah. 92. 93, 94, 95, 96. I'm just bumping through the channels. Ooh, there was a crawl going across that. What did that say? What? Eastern Lyon, Northwestern Sioux, Southwestern Plymouth. Well, my linearity on this TV is all messed up. Well, of course, this TV is probably... This TV is so old, it's like 2004. So do we actually have severe weather going on? Because there's a crawl on Iowa PBS. Hold on a second. Well, would you look at that? We do have severe weather.
I really don't want anything to go wrong.
There's a line of storms along the Missouri River. I need to get in here. And I need to try and figure out adjustments for this TV, because yeah, it's squeezing the picture and I don't have it set to squeeze. And so then this is bedroom number 3. I was using this as a storage room, and I've got it emptied out now, and now I've got everything either out in the garage or over by my washer. And so speaking of bedrooms, I just also rearranged my bedroom, because originally when I moved into the house here, I was just like throw shit wherever, because I wasn't exactly worrying too much about where stuff was. I just wanted to get moved in, and so after 3.5 years of almost being, yeah, it's been like 3.5 years since I've moved into the house, I finally decided that it was time to rearrange the bedroom. So speaking of washers, I'm doing towels tonight. These have been holding up just fine. Water heater and furnace. I did put a vent finally. I got one at Fleet Farm, and I put a vent in there so that I can get some air moving in this part of the house, because it gets really warm in here during the summer, and it also gets really cold during the winter time. Speaking of furnace, there it goes, AC. This thing, by the way, is not working as efficiently as it used to. It's not cooling as well, and either it's got a really slow leak somewhere, or it's just getting old. I took it apart. I cleaned out the coils as best I could. I put new insulation on the return line from the evaporator, and it really didn't make that much of a difference. And so next year probably I'm gonna have to get somebody over here to look at it, and they're probably just gonna tell me that it needs to be replaced, because nowadays they just want to replace everything as opposed to fixing it. So speaking of fixing things, and this is something that kind of irked me a little bit, was my Kirby G5 here. If you've ever taken these apart, you know that there's like a tech drive thing in here that runs the rear wheels. Well, something got in there, and it got on the belt that drives the tech drive, and it caused it to jump a tooth, and it damaged the belt. And so now when you push it back and forward, the belt will slip. And so I tried going to a Kirby dealer to pick up a new belt, and the guy wouldn't sell me the belt. He said, "Bring it over, I'll fix it for you." And so that kind of peeved me a little bit, because it's like, well, you got business, but you won't sell your customer the belt. But then it dawned on me, it's like, well, they don't make money off the parts, they make money off the service. So I'm gonna have to go to Amazon and order a new tech drive belt. And I finally got this thing hooked up to antenna so I can have radio. Right now I'm just watching Burns and Allen. I don't know if you ever watched Burns and Allen, but you really should watch it. It's a good show. It's a really good show. You'll understand why George Burns is as revered as he is. And they just went to commercial. But yeah, there's like a little AM loop antenna.
The pancreatic. Again, folks, I just want to say something here,
and I got WHO on in Des Moines.
And it matters.
Let's see what 600 does.
And what the Seattle defense does, and they give up an average of 42 yards per drive, which is last.
Something's ticking.
I have 16 M&M.
Down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. We won't let that go on any longer so I don't get copyrighted. My laundry's done, so I'll throw that in the dryer. I just heard it pop. I tried doing this video once before, but the rechargeable batteries died, so I've got some Duracells in here. Afghan from Grandma. COVID mask. And then some towels. Turn it on. Actually, I do have a setting for towels here. And we'll dry some laundry. While I still have sunlight, I should probably show you all the dead trees in the backyard too. From the storm. All that carnage, all those trees are going to have to come down. And then a sight that I used to never be able to see from over here before. My camera, I doubt my camera will be able to focus on it. Actually it did, but yeah, that's the Alliant building downtown. Never used to be able to see that before. So yeah, there's the house. Luckily, I had very little to deal with during the storm. I'm so grateful for that. But now let's go deal with that TV set. So I was able to download the service manual. Because I've had to mess with it before because the darn thing, it looked terrible from the factory. But there's a list of, because it's all digital, there's a list of commands, or not commands, but parameters and what they do. And so what I'll do, I'll just take a picture of these with my phone so that I can figure out how to do linearity, because that's all messed up. You saw how it was like squeezing. It's like, I don't want live video. Live off. I hate how you have like live video. And so then I'll take picture, because these are all the menu adjustments. So we'll come into the bedroom here. So like if you look in the corner there, you really can't see it, but it's like squeezing in the corners. And so what it's doing when it's scanning, it's going like that. And so I've got to get it into service mode. And in order to do that, I need both hands to do this. But it's unplug it, hold down the menu key, and then plug it back in. So I'm just going to set this up. I'm bored tonight. It's this one. Hold down the menu key. TV comes back on. Alright, and then there is our service menu. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cable box and I'm just going to have it go full screen. And then I will go back to my photos and I will figure out which ones I need to tweak here. So we've got contrast, color, tint, brightness, sharpness, automatic frequency control, horizontal phase, vertical size, vertical sync separation, horizontal blinking, vertical as, vertical test, VNS. On-screen display contrast, auto black. Not used, auto flash. East-west horizontal controls here, so I gotta go all the way up to like 6.9 since I've got that crawl running. I may not be able to do anything much with this because this TV is like 15 years old. Okay, so that's size. Whoa, look at the pincushion on that. You see, like with these older TVs now, with everything's digital, you almost want them to underscan, because the idea of a protected area on the screen where you wouldn't put graphics or anything else, that's non-existent anymore. East-west amp, so this looks to be a pincushion control. And if I go back down to 6.9, it's starting to come back to the corners. And then there's tilt. EWT. But that's not the one that I want. And tilt, the binary data is 0010. The initial setup data 00101001. So that's factory setting right there for that. Let's go to the next one here and see if there's any other controls here. East-west corner. East-west corner bottom here. Oh wow, you can see it tearing on the top.
2 decades ago, they made history. Now, they take the stage again.
East-west correction.
The San Francisco Symphony.
6 delta.
Dynamic forces together again for one electrifying concert performance.
You can see it's going boom, 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 boom.
San Francisco Symphony.
But this TV is so old.
Coming to Iowa PBS, October 30th.
Metallica on Iowa PBS. That's something you would never say 30 years ago. Continuation, so everything past this is all color stuff.
To spark student questions and create new resources for the Iowa Science Phenomenon website. Those selected to participate may earn compensation for meeting the project requirements.
So let's see here. What?
Accepted until October 16th. Apply online today. On Masterpiece.
Sales saying
There we go.
I mean, the one in there, I'm gonna amp it on to nothing for all, just because.
Red, green. I'm not going to touch the biases. I think the tube. This is still a good tube, so I'm not going to touch any of that stuff. Y, that's black and white. Auto flash. I got 10 minutes left on this video.
This November on Iowa PBS.
R minus Y, B minus Y angle. That's color stuff. VCO frequency. VM delay. It's black text. I wish it was white.
Lost Tango in Halifax was made possible in part by contributions to European.
East west corner bottom. Well, there's a.
Thank you.
But it's 16:9 mode, and the TV's not in 16:9 mode. It can shrink down, so I don't think that's gonna do anything. Because this is the original remote, and you can put it into 16:9.
You had ulterior motives.
Well, she asked me to leave, so we're going to
Go out for dinner. But you
think he's gone bust, Martin. He's disappeared.
Oh boy, let me think about this here. So it's going to be 6'9". So like 6'9" is horizontal size. So if I do, you can see how it changes. But yeah, this TV is old. And you can see it stretches out on the bottom. So 6B seems to do a little bit there. East-west tilt. And then east-west amp is like pin cushion. I've got this like really flipped inside. 6'9", 69. Coring gain, sub-bias not used.
And we're still no closer to knowing if we're ever going to get any of our money back. Or a kitchen.
Auto flash, color killer,
Rick, is he the
FM mute,
Oh, he's the one. Morning, love. He's the
EGC
kind
stuff.
soul. They came and told us what has happened. And then offered to come round and reinstate the old kitchen free of charge.
Oh boy.
Starting doing this morning. But we will give
Which
it
one do I
something
go to here?
reasonable. No, we will. Is that it then? So you're just going to put the old kitchen back?
See, like there's
Well, still hope
linearity,
temporary measure, but we just don't know.
sub-vertical linearity. But again, that's for the TV in 16:9 mode.
I don't know why you just don't tell him to finger off. Yeah. Actually, quite handy with him.
So I hit the zoom again,
School in the afternoon, so right.
because this is what happens when you set these up for a normal.
Supermarket and I've not put my face on.
I'm going to put this back. I'm going to put the horizontal size back on what the factory is.
I'm just going to put a bit of lipstick on.
Oh, God, I hate iPhones. I hate these things so damn much.
Now I'll let
So yeah, 6'9". So the initial setup data
Gillian said she's going
is 00101010.
to... How did you get on yesterday with that fella?
So I'll go to
He reckons 500 grand all in, or 35 acres.
let me see, let me double check here.
Well, get
00101010. So yeah, this is the factory setting for horizontal size, and you can see that the Iowa PBS logo is cut off on the screen. So I've got to scrunch this down to kill the overscan so that you can see everything.
I'll have to go
But then it squishes,
again later properly before you make any commitment.
sure.
Right, ta-da.
so I think I can probably do with that. But yeah, this video got so sidetracked.
Me to work. Who is? You.
But yeah, I haven't done a YouTube video in a really long time. But again, we have severe thunderstorms out in the western part of the state. And apparently they have Iowa PBS has 1 feet for everything. So this is what you get. But yeah, nonetheless, this has just been like a random video for today. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I think I'm about as far as I can be on this TV.